So just let me know, or just point it at me and I'll start. As the thin ideal saturates popular media, record numbers of women are becoming increasingly dissatisfied with their bodies. In reality, according to the National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders, the body type portrayed in advertising as the ideal is only possessed naturally by 5% of American females. Do you constantly check the mirror and look for areas of imperfections? Do you usually feel dissatisfied with your body, or feel like you're constantly looking for a new diet or always dieting? If any of that rings true to you, a mindfulness practice can greatly increase body awareness and satisfaction. I first became interested in this topic when I was in a women's studies class, and I read a book called Perfect Girls, Starving Daughters by Courtney E. Martin. And she had a lot of reasons why women have body issues, but failed to give me a good answer on how to fix the problem. So since then, I have gone through study after study trying to find a way to help women feel better about their bodies as they are. And what I found that is a mindfulness practice can lead to a greater appreciation of your body and self. It can reduce social comparisons and can also give you a greater overall sense of well-being. So why do we need to change the way we see ourselves? Well, body dissatisfaction can often lead to an eating disorder. In fact, up to 24 million people of all ages suffer from an eating disorder in the United States alone. It also has the highest mortality rate of any mental illness, and those are statistics from the National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders. Eating disorders can start just from excessive dieting. How many in here have just decided to try a fad diet, or decided, I'm just not going to eat today because I woke up and I just feel kind of bloated and I just am not going to eat today? Or how many just have had a total loss of self-control and mindlessly just eat and snack? Dieting can result in rebound overeating or stress-driven binge behavior. In fact, 95% of all dieters will have regained their lost weight within 5 years. A second reason is that depression can take over your life if you are very unhappy with your shape and size. There is a social theorist named Leon Festinger, and he came up with the social comparison theory in 1954, which still holds true today. And it states that when we see a person, whether from the media or a peer, we make social comparisons to those people. We can make upward comparisons when we feel that the person that we're comparing ourselves to is superior to ourselves, and we make downward comparisons when we feel that the person that we're comparing ourselves to is inferior to ourselves. The problem with making these social comparisons is that when we're constantly bombarded with the media's perception of the thin ideal, we're likely making many upward comparisons daily, which can lead to feelings of self-doubt, insecurity, and depression. A third reason that we need to change the way we see ourselves is that making these social comparisons can cause a great deal of anxiety. If we are constantly in a state of feeling inferior to others, you may start to feel that you're not good enough. Who you are ceases to matter, and what you weigh and how you measure up to others can create an anxiety that can take over who you are. But you don't have to feel bad about yourself. There's a simple way to help you create positive feelings about yourself and your body. Developing a regular mindfulness practice can help you have a more positive body image, reduce social comparisons, and increase your overall well-being. You may be wondering, what exactly is mindfulness practice? Well, mindfulness comes from the ancient practice of yoga, and I know many of you know yoga, but many of you may know yoga as a series of postures and may be related to fitness, but yoga, its core aspects are meditation, mindfulness, breathing, and chanting. Mindfulness means paying attention. It means bringing yourself to the present moment that you are in. So how can that help with body satisfaction? Well, it can help cultivate a more present moment awareness and self-acceptance. It can encourage a healthy relationship to food and a non-objectification of yourself. When you practice mindfulness, you're to bring your awareness to your internal self. Most of the time we're operating off of external cues. When do we eat? When do we sleep? What do we see, hear, taste, smell, feel? When you bring your awareness to your internal self, you're able to use your intuition over what the external world is pushing and pulling you to do. When you sit in a meditative seat practicing mindfulness, you are to notice where you are at the present moment, without judgment or punishment, but from a place of support and acceptance. When you're able to get to this place in your practice, you're able to start feeling more positively about your body because it has nothing to do with the external world and everything to do with internal cues and feelings of non-objectification. Now you know what mindfulness is and how to help it to achieve greater body satisfaction. So now envision yourself reaping the benefits of a mindfulness practice. Imagine you wake up in the morning and you just feel good about yourself. You get up in the morning, you get ready for your day, whatever that may be. Take a quick glance in the mirror, but you don't linger there. You're happy with what you see because it has nothing to do with anybody else but you. Imagine you turn on the TV and you see some Sunday morning infomercial about the latest workout DVD filled with the images of the strong, thin, ideal woman, the 5% that we talked about. It doesn't make you feel bad about yourself. You see it, but you're not objectifying yourself. You're at a certain place in your life and you don't judge that. You can feel good knowing that you're in your own place and that no one can make you want to be in their place. You can feel this way every day. All it takes is a regular mindfulness practice to learn to love yourself without judgment. And it doesn't have to cost anything, just maybe 15 minutes of your day. But the benefits mean no longer obsessing over not being the thin ideal that's perpetuated by the media. It means an end to the anxiety and depression that can result from making social comparisons. And it means having a positive self-image without excessive dieting. Now that you know what to do, it's time to start your practice. Having body dissatisfaction can have some serious effects if not treated. Eating disorders, depression, anxiety are all very common side effects from having a poor body image. Getting started on a plan right away will help you feel better about your body, reduce social comparisons, and have a greater overall sense of well-being. There's a Zen master named Thich Nhat Hanh, and he's a global spiritual leader, poet, peace activist, and he's revered throughout the world for his powerful teachings on mindfulness and peace. And he teaches that when we are mindful, deeply in touch with the present moment, our awareness of what is going on deepens, and we begin to be filled with acceptance, joy, peace, and love. You can get started on your own journey by visiting mindful.org. There you can learn how to begin the process of a mindfulness practice, and also has a lot of great resources for your journey along the way. You can also just go to any local yoga studio and ask for mindfulness classes or meditation classes, or you can try visiting yogaglow.com. It is a membership-based program, but they have a wide variety of mindfulness-based classes that have been specifically helpful to me and I know would help you as well. You can get past your dissatisfaction with your body. All it means is giving yourself the support you need with a mindfulness practice. Does anyone have any questions or insights or anything? Well, thank you for coming, and it's been a pleasure.
Good job. Even with all the distractions,
I
I'm
know,
so sorry.
I know.